Have you ever paused and wondered if your life is part of something far greater than what meets the eye? Have you felt an unshakable sense of purpose, as if invisible signs have been quietly guiding you through moments of profound connection and self-discovery? If so, you're not alone, and perhaps, like many others, you've been set apart for something extraordinary. From the earliest days of childhood, some of us carry traits and experiences that hint at a higher calling. These moments may seem subtle or ordinary at first glance, a fleeting thought, a profound dream, or an inexplicable connection with the world around you. Yet, these are no coincidences. They are markers of a divine plan, revealing that your journey is intricately woven into something far greater than you can imagine. In today's video, we'll delve into the 10 unmistakable signs that may indicate you have been chosen for a unique and higher purpose. These signs, rooted in faith and divine intention, have likely been with you all along, gently pointing the way forward. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery together, I invite you to engage with us. If this resonates with your heart, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join our growing community. And, if you recognize these signs in your own life, let us know by commenting the number 10 below. Your experiences matter, and your story could inspire others walking the same path. This is more than just a video, it's an invitation to look inward and upward, to understand the clues God has placed in your life and to embrace the extraordinary purpose that awaits. Let's begin. Sign 1, Singularity. From the earliest years of your life, you may have noticed something about yourself that set you apart from others, a quiet but profound sense of being different. Perhaps, as a child, you found joy in moments of solitude while others gravitated toward games or group activities. You may have been drawn to observing the world around you, soaking in the details, and contemplating questions far beyond your years. This wasn't merely curiosity, it was the first hint of a unique calling placed upon your life. You might have asked questions that adults struggle to answer, such as, why are we here? Or what is the meaning of suffering? These questions, though seemingly simple, reflected a deeper yearning for understanding, a desire to connect with truths that transcended the surface of everyday life. While your peers were focused on play and routine, you were reflecting on life's deeper mysteries, often feeling like an outsider. This sense of singularity is not a flaw but a feature of your divine design. It's as if God etched a subtle mark into your being, setting you apart for a special purpose. This feeling of not quite belonging wasn't meant to isolate you but to prepare you for a path that requires introspection, resilience, and vision. The Bible captures this truth in Romans 12 verse 2, which says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This verse reminds us that being different is part of God's plan. Those who are chosen are often called to live outside societal norms, guided instead by a higher purpose and a divine sense of direction. Think back to those moments in your childhood. Did you feel out of place in social situations, preferring the stillness of nature, the comfort of a book, or the quiet of your thoughts? Perhaps you noticed things others didn't, the emotions of people, the beauty in everyday occurrences, or the interconnectedness of life. This sensitivity wasn't a random quirk, it was a sign of the depth and purpose God placed within you. As you grew, you may have struggled with this difference, wondering why you couldn't just fit in like everyone else. But looking back, you can see how those moments of solitude and reflection shaped your character and prepared you for something greater. Your uniqueness became the foundation of your ability to empathize, to see beyond appearances, and to question what others took for granted. Your singularity is evidence that God has always been at work in your life, crafting you for a mission only you can fulfill. While others may have been content with conformity, you were drawn to something more profound, something eternal. Embrace this difference as a gift, not a burden. Take heart in knowing that your singularity is a divine sign. It's the first step in recognizing the calling God has placed on your life, a calling that will unfold as you walk faithfully, trusting that your uniqueness is a vital part of His plan. Sign 2, Heightened Consciousness. From a young age, you may have noticed an extraordinary sensitivity to the world around you. This heightened consciousness was not just an acute awareness of your surroundings but a profound ability to sense and understand things others often overlooked. While others might have been caught up in the distractions of daily life, you could feel emotions in the air, notice subtle changes in the environment, or sense an unspoken tension in a room. This special awareness wasn't something you sought out, it was as natural to you as breathing. Perhaps you could tell when someone was upset without them saying a word, or you felt a shift in energy when walking into a new space. It wasn't just intuition, it was a deeper connection to the unseen forces that shape our world. For example, imagine a moment from your childhood when you stood in the quiet of nature, feeling an inexplicable sense of peace and belonging. The rustling leaves, the gentle breeze, or the sound of rain might have stirred something within you, a sense that you were part of something much greater than yourself. These experiences were not random, they were signs of a spiritual sensitivity uniquely attuned to the divine. This ability to perceive what others missed was often both a blessing and a challenge. While it allowed you to connect deeply with the world, it could also make you feel isolated, as if others couldn't quite understand what you were experiencing. You may have felt the weight of emotions or situations that weren't even your own, yet you carried them as if they were. The Bible speaks to this kind of spiritual awareness in Proverbs 20 verse 27, which says, "The human spirit is the lamp of the Lord that sheds light on one's inmost being." This verse reminds us that our heightened consciousness is not merely a human trait but a divine tool. God uses this sensitivity to illuminate the path before us, helping us discern His will and understand the deeper truths of life. Perhaps you've had moments when you sensed something was about to happen, whether it was a phone call from a loved one, a sudden change in weather, or a major life event. These premonitions were not accidents but glimpses into the spiritual connection you've had since birth. It's as if God was whispering to you, preparing you for what lay ahead. This heightened consciousness also extends to your interactions with others. You may have found that people were drawn to you, seeking comfort or guidance, even as a child. They sensed your ability to understand what they were going through, often without needing to explain. Your presence became a source of peace and reassurance, even if you didn't fully realize why. However, this gift is not without responsibility. Being aware of things others cannot see means you are called to act with compassion, wisdom, and grace. Your sensitivity is not just for your benefit but for the benefit of those around you. It allows you to see where healing is needed, where truth must be spoken, and where love can bridge gaps. If you resonate with this sign, embrace it as part of your divine purpose. Your heightened consciousness is a reflection of God's light within you, guiding you to fulfill the mission He has placed in your life. It's a reminder that you are never alone, that His presence is always near, revealing His plan in the subtleties of everyday life. As you continue on your journey, lean into this awareness. Use it to deepen your relationship with God, to connect with others, and to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and faith. Your heightened consciousness is a powerful gift, one that sets you apart as one of God's chosen, uniquely equipped to bring light and love into a world that so desperately needs it. Sign 3: Empathy. One of the most profound signs of being chosen is an extraordinary capacity for empathy. This gift often manifests from a young age as an innate ability to deeply feel and understand the emotions of others. It's not merely a personality trait but a spiritual calling, one that equips you to connect with others on a level that transcends words or explanations. As a child, you might have been the one who noticed when a classmate was sad or struggling, even if they didn't say a word. While others may have overlooked their pain, you couldn't ignore it. You felt a pull to offer comfort, whether through a kind word, a small act of kindness, or simply by being present. Your heart opened naturally to the suffering or joy of others, as if their emotions were your own. For example, think back to a moment when you felt compelled to help someone who was being excluded or bullied. You may not have fully understood why you cared so much, but your empathy drove you to act. Perhaps you sat with the lonely child at lunch or comforted a friend who had a bad day. These moments were not random, they were early expressions of the spiritual purpose planted in your soul. Empathy is more than just feeling, it's a bridge that connects you to the hearts of others. You may have found yourself drawn to people who were hurting, sensing their pain even when they tried to hide it. This ability allowed you to step into their world, offering them solace and understanding when they needed it most. The Bible speaks to the importance of empathy as a reflection of God's love. In Romans 12 verse 15, we are reminded, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn." This verse captures the essence of what it means to live with an open and empathetic heart. It is not just about sharing in the good moments but also about standing with others in their struggles, offering them a glimpse of God's compassion through your actions. Your empathy may have also set you apart in subtle ways. While others might have dismissed or avoided emotional situations, you felt called to engage. This could sometimes be overwhelming. Carrying the weight of emotions that weren't your own is no small burden. Yet, this sensitivity was never a weakness, it was a sign of your spiritual alignment with God's purpose. Empathy is one of the clearest indicators of a divine calling because it mirrors God's heart. It allows you to be a vessel of His love, bringing comfort, hope, and understanding to those in need. Your ability to empathize creates a safe space for others, reminding them that they are not alone in their struggles. However, this gift also requires balance. Feeling deeply for others can sometimes lead to emotional exhaustion if you don't take time to recharge and protect your spirit. Recognizing this need is essential to sustaining your ability to serve others effectively. As you grow in your faith and purpose, your empathy will continue to be a powerful tool. It enables you to connect with people in profound ways, breaking down barriers and building relationships rooted in trust and care. Whether you are offering a listening ear, providing encouragement, or simply being present in someone's time of need, your empathy reflects God's light and love. If this sign resonates with you, embrace it as a cornerstone of your calling. Your ability to feel deeply is not a coincidence, it is a divine gift, one that equips you to fulfill your unique purpose. Through your empathy, you bring healing and hope to a world that desperately needs it. Remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, carries the power to change lives. Your empathy is a reflection of God's presence within you, a reminder that He works through His chosen to bring comfort and love to His children. As you walk this path, know that your ability to rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn is a testament to the profound purpose God has placed in your life. Sign 4: Premonitions and Dreams. One of the most striking signs of being chosen is the experience of vivid dreams or premonitions that often carry a profound sense of clarity, foresight, or divine guidance. These moments, which might have started in childhood, serve as a window into a higher reality, connecting you to the divine purpose woven into your life. Premonitions and dreams are not merely figments of imagination. For those who are spiritually set apart, these occurrences are often messages meant to guide, warn, or prepare you for significant events. Perhaps you recall a dream that felt unusually real, so vivid that it stayed with you for years. Later, when the events unfolded just as you dreamed, it became clear that this was no ordinary experience but a reflection of something far greater. For example, imagine a moment when a dream provided you with insight into a difficult decision or clarity about a situation you were struggling to understand. It might have been a vision of someone who needed your help, a warning about a potential danger, or even an inexplicable sense of peace about the path ahead. These experiences are not coincidental, they are the Creator's way of sealing His instruction within you, preparing you for your journey. The Bible speaks to the importance of dreams as a channel through which God communicates with His chosen. In Job 33 verses 15 to 16, it is written, "In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on people as they slumber in their beds, He opens the ears of men and seals their instruction." This passage reminds us that God often uses dreams to impart wisdom, offer guidance, or reveal His plans in a way that transcends the conscious mind. For the chosen, dreams and premonitions often serve as confirmations of their divine calling. These experiences may come with a sense of urgency or peace, depending on the message being conveyed. You might have felt compelled to act on a dream, only to realize later that it prevented a mistake or opened a door to new opportunities. In some cases, premonitions manifest as a strong sense of intuition, an unshakable feeling that something is about to happen. This might be a sudden clarity about a situation or an instinct to reach out to someone at the exact moment they need support. These moments are not random, they are the result of a heightened spiritual connection, a direct link to the divine purpose guiding your life. Dreams and premonitions can also serve as reminders that you are never alone. In times of doubt or struggle, they can provide reassurance, showing you glimpses of the path ahead or affirming that God's presence is with you. For instance, a dream of light in a dark place might symbolize hope during a difficult period, while a vision of a familiar face could remind you of the support you have around you. However, interpreting these messages requires discernment. Not every vivid dream or intuitive feeling carries spiritual significance. It is through prayer and reflection that the chosen can distinguish divine guidance from the noise of the subconscious mind. Seeking God's wisdom and clarity ensures that these experiences align with His will and purpose for your life. The gift of premonitions and dreams is not just a tool for personal insight but a way to serve others. Often, the chosen are given glimpses of situations that enable them to offer guidance, encouragement, or warnings to those around them. Your ability to share these insights with humility and faith can have a transformative impact, helping others navigate their own journeys. If this sign resonates with you, embrace it as a testament to your spiritual connection and divine purpose. These experiences are reminders that you are part of a greater plan, guided by a Creator who sees and knows all. Trust in the messages you receive, and use them to walk confidently in the path set before you. Every dream, every premonition, and every moment of clarity is a piece of the puzzle that makes up your divine calling. They are signs that you are not navigating life's challenges alone but are being led by a higher power that has chosen you for something extraordinary. Recognize this gift and let it deepen your faith, guiding you closer to the fulfillment of your unique purpose. Sign 5, Divine Protection. Another unmistakable sign of being chosen is the sense of divine protection that surrounds you. Throughout your life, you may have experienced moments when you were shielded from harm in ways that seemed inexplicable or even miraculous. These instances serve as reminders that you are under the watchful care of a higher power, chosen and guarded for a special purpose. From childhood, you might recall episodes where danger seemed imminent, yet something unseen intervened to ensure your safety. Perhaps it was a near-miss accident where, at the last second, you instinctively moved out of harm's way. Or maybe it was a stranger appearing at just the right time to offer help in a critical moment. These occurrences are not mere coincidences, they are manifestations of divine protection at work in your life. For example, you might have avoided a dangerous situation because of an unexplainable urge to change your route or delay your plans. At the time, it may have felt like a random choice, but looking back, you realize it was as if an invisible hand was guiding you away from harm. These moments serve as evidence that your journey is being carefully guarded by forces beyond human understanding. The Bible reinforces this assurance in Psalm 91 verse 11, which declares, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." This powerful verse reminds us that God assigns his angels to watch over those he has called for a higher purpose. Their role is to protect and guide, ensuring that no harm derails the mission entrusted to you. Divine protection is not limited to physical safety. It also encompasses emotional and spiritual safeguarding. Perhaps there were times when you felt lost, overwhelmed, or broken, yet an unexplainable peace enveloped you, giving you the strength to persevere. This, too, is evidence of God's protective presence in your life, shielding your spirit from despair and renewing your faith in the face of challenges. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible. Though he was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and falsely accused, God's protection never left him. Each trial he faced was part of a greater plan, and through divine intervention, Joseph rose to a position of influence, fulfilling his purpose and saving countless lives. Similarly, the protection you've experienced is not random, it is purposeful, designed to keep you on the path toward fulfilling your unique calling. This protection may also manifest through people God places in your life. Friends, family members, or even strangers may act as instruments of His care, stepping in at pivotal moments to offer support, wisdom, or resources when you need them most. These individuals are not just helpful, they are part of the divine plan to ensure you are equipped and guarded for the journey ahead. Divine protection is also a source of empowerment. Knowing that you are under God's care allows you to face life's challenges with confidence and courage. It does not mean that you will never encounter difficulties or danger, but it assures you that no trial will overcome you. As Isaiah 54 verse 17 says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." This promise underscores the strength and security that comes with being chosen and protected by God. If you have recognized instances of divine protection in your life, embrace them as signs of your calling. They are reminders that your existence carries a greater purpose and that you are never alone. Every moment of safety, every unforeseen intervention, and every inexplicable peace is a testament to God's care and commitment to guiding you toward your destiny. As you reflect on these experiences, let them deepen your faith and gratitude. Trust that the same protection that has carried you this far will continue to guide and guard you through whatever lies ahead. You are chosen, loved, and shielded by a Creator who has plans far greater than you can imagine. Let this knowledge give you the strength to walk boldly in your purpose, knowing that divine protection surrounds you every step of the way. Sign 6. Connection with God. One of the most profound signs of being chosen is an innate sense of connection with God, present from an early age. This closeness is not something you learned or sought out, it simply existed as a natural part of your being. Even as a child, you may have spoken to God as if He were a trusted friend, feeling His presence as a comforting and guiding force in your life. You might recall moments when you found yourself talking to God in your mind, asking Him questions, or sharing your thoughts and fears, even before fully understanding the concept of prayer. In times of trouble, there may have been an inexplicable peace that enveloped you, as though an invisible hand was reassuring you that everything would be all right. This sense of divine nearness is a hallmark of those who are set apart for a greater purpose. For example, during challenging moments, perhaps a difficult family situation, a loss, or a period of uncertainty, you felt a calm that made no logical sense given the circumstances. This peace was not of the world but came directly from God, a reminder that He was with you, even when everything else seemed chaotic. The Bible reinforces this truth in Psalm 145 verse 18, "The Lord is near to all who call on Him, to all who call on Him in truth." This verse assures us that God's presence is always accessible, especially to those who seek Him with sincerity and faith. For the chosen, this connection goes beyond mere belief, it is an intimate bond that guides and sustains them through every phase of life. This closeness often manifests in small yet powerful ways. Perhaps you experienced moments of inexplicable joy or clarity, as though God was speaking directly to your heart. Or you may have found comfort in nature, feeling a deep sense of unity with the Creator through the beauty of His creation, a sunset, a gentle breeze, or the sound of rain. These experiences are not coincidences but reflections of the divine relationship that has been a constant in your life. This connection also brings guidance. From a young age, you may have felt nudged towards certain decisions or paths, even without understanding why at the time. These instincts were God's way of steering you toward the purpose He has planned for you. While others might rely solely on logic or external advice, your inner compass has often been aligned with divine wisdom, helping you navigate life's complexities. The closeness you feel with God is not a fleeting sensation but a foundational aspect of who you are. It empowers you to face challenges, make difficult choices, and find meaning in moments of uncertainty. This relationship is a gift, one that equips you to fulfill the unique mission for which you were chosen. If you recognize this natural connection with God in your life, cherish it. It is a sacred reminder that you are never alone and that the Creator of the universe is deeply invested in your journey. Lean into this bond, nurturing it through prayer, reflection, and a willingness to listen to His voice. Trust that this connection will continue to guide you, offering strength, peace, and clarity as you walk the path He has set before you. Sign 7. Facing challenges. Another undeniable sign of being chosen is the presence of challenges early in life. From a young age, you may have faced struggles or felt a sense of isolation that set you apart from others. While these experiences may have been painful, they played a crucial role in shaping your resilience, empathy, and understanding, qualities essential for fulfilling your divine purpose. Perhaps you often felt different from your peers, unable to fully connect with their interests or ways of thinking. While other children might have easily fit in, you may have found yourself questioning the world around you, seeking deeper answers to life's mysteries. This feeling of not belonging, though lonely at times, was not a flaw but a sign that you were being prepared for something greater. For example, you may have been the child who preferred quiet reflection over noisy play, the one who noticed the struggles of others and felt compelled to help, even when it wasn't expected of you. Or perhaps you faced difficulties at home, in school, or within yourself, challenges that seemed unfair but ultimately strengthened your character and deepened your faith. The Bible offers profound insight into the purpose of such struggles. In Romans 5 verses 3-4, it is written, "We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope." These verses remind us that the trials we endure are not meaningless. They are tools used by God to refine and prepare us for the mission ahead. Consider the story of Joseph, who faced betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before rising to a position of great influence. Every hardship he endured served a purpose, equipping him with the strength and wisdom needed to fulfill God's plan for his life. Similarly, the challenges you have faced are part of a larger divine design, shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Facing challenges also teaches humility and dependence on God. In moments of weakness, when you felt you could not go on, you likely discovered a source of strength that transcended your own abilities. This reliance on God is a hallmark of the chosen, who understand that their journey is not one they must walk alone. If you have experienced early struggles or feelings of isolation, know that these were not accidents or punishments. They were preparatory steps, refining your character and deepening your connection with the divine. Each obstacle overcome, each moment of perseverance, has brought you closer to your true purpose. Embrace the lessons these challenges have taught you, and trust that they are part of a greater plan. Your ability to endure and grow through adversity is a testament to the strength and calling placed upon your life. You are chosen, not despite these difficulties, but because of how they have prepared you to lead, inspire, and serve others. Let this knowledge give you hope and determination as you continue your journey toward fulfilling the purpose for which you were set apart. Sign 8, Fascination with Faith and Courage. From an early age, you may have found yourself deeply drawn to stories of faith, sacrifice, and the triumph of courage over adversity. These narratives, whether they came from the Bible, history, or real-life accounts, stirred something within you, an inspiration to live with purpose and a sense of awe for the strength displayed by those who overcame great trials. Perhaps you were captivated by the story of David, a young shepherd who faced the mighty Goliath with nothing but a slingshot and unwavering faith in God. His courage and trust in divine power might have resonated with your own sense of being called to face challenges with strength and conviction. Similarly, the story of Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before rising to a position of influence, may have filled you with hope that even in the darkest times, God's plan is always at work. This fascination wasn't limited to biblical figures. You may have admired historical heroes or modern-day martyrs, people who stood firm in their faith despite overwhelming odds. Their stories inspired you, not merely as tales of bravery, but as reflections of a deeper truth, that faith can transform lives and light the way through darkness. This enduring interest is more than a simple preference for inspiring tales, it is a reflection of your spiritual calling. God uses these stories to plant seeds in your heart, preparing you for the mission He has designed for your life. They serve as examples, showing you that the same courage, perseverance, and faith you admire in others is also within you, waiting to be awakened and used for a greater purpose. The Bible encourages us to draw inspiration from the lives of the faithful. In Hebrews 12 verse 1, it is written, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. This verse reminds us that the faithful who have gone before us serve as examples, encouraging us to continue our journey with perseverance and determination. Your fascination with these stories reflects your readiness to embrace a life of purpose. It is a sign that you are called not just to admire acts of faith and courage, but to embody them. The narratives that inspire you are also a mirror, showing you the qualities God has placed within you, qualities that will guide you as you navigate your own challenges and fulfill your divine mission. If you recognize this passion for stories of faith and courage in your life, take it as a confirmation of your calling. Let these examples inspire you to live boldly, trusting in God's guidance and provision. Just as the figures you admire faced their battles with faith, so too can you overcome the trials before you, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. Sign 9, Deep Curiosity. An innate curiosity about life's deeper questions is another hallmark of being chosen. From a young age, you may have been the child who constantly asked profound questions, questions that adults often found challenging to answer. Why are we here? What is the purpose of life? Who is God, and how does He guide us? These inquiries went beyond the surface and reflected a soul deeply attuned to the mysteries of existence. While others were content with simple explanations, you yearned for more. You wanted answers that resonated with your inner sense of purpose and truth. This curiosity may have led you to explore spiritual texts, observe the behavior of others, or spend time in quiet reflection, seeking understanding about the world and your place within it. For example, you may have wondered about the nature of suffering. Why do bad things happen to good people? Or you might have been intrigued by the idea of eternity and what lies beyond this life. These questions weren't merely intellectual exercises, they were born from a deep desire to connect with something greater and to align your life with divine purpose. The Bible speaks to the value of this kind of spiritual curiosity. In Proverbs 2 verses 3-5, it is written, "If you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God." This passage encourages us to seek wisdom with fervor, promising that those who search will find the answers they seek. Your curiosity is not a coincidence, it is a gift from God, a tool designed to lead you closer to Him and to the purpose He has for your life. This deep yearning for understanding is part of your spiritual preparation, equipping you with the insight and discernment needed to guide others and navigate the complexities of your own journey. Perhaps in moments of reflection, you felt an inexplicable sense of connection to something greater, as though the answers you seek are just beyond reach, waiting to be revealed at the right time. This sensation is not just your imagination, it is God drawing you closer, inviting you to trust in His wisdom and timing. If you recognize this insatiable curiosity in your life, embrace it. Allow it to fuel your search for truth and to deepen your relationship with God. Remember that the journey toward understanding is as important as the answers themselves. Your questions are not signs of doubt but evidence of a soul destined for a greater purpose. Let this curiosity guide you as you continue to grow in faith, wisdom, and the knowledge that you are part of a divine plan far greater than yourself. Sign 10, Resilience through Adversity. One of the most unmistakable signs that you are chosen is your ability to rise above adversity, emerging stronger and more faithful after each challenge. From an early age, your life may have been marked by hardships, family struggles, personal loss, or financial difficulties, but instead of breaking you, these experiences shaped you into a person of resilience, empathy, and unwavering determination. Consider moments when life seemed unbearably difficult, yet somehow, you found the strength to move forward. Perhaps you endured the loss of a loved one that left an ache in your heart but also deepened your understanding of compassion. Maybe you faced financial hardships that tested your patience and perseverance but taught you the value of faith in God's provision. These experiences, while painful, were not without purpose. They were part of God's plan to prepare and fortify you for the unique calling He has placed on your life. Your resilience is not merely a personal attribute, it is a divine gift. Each trial you have faced has served as a spiritual training ground, equipping you with the strength, wisdom, and faith needed to fulfill your mission. This process is beautifully echoed in Isaiah 41 verse 10, which assures us, "Do not fear, for I am with you, do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This promise is a reminder that God has been with you every step of the way, guiding you through the darkest valleys and lifting you up when you felt like giving in. For example, imagine a time when you felt utterly defeated, perhaps by rejection, failure, or a difficult relationship, and yet, against all odds, you found the courage to try again. That inner strength did not come from you alone, it was the hand of God sustaining you, giving you the resilience to persevere. Every tear you shed, every setback you overcame, and every doubt you battled were not wasted, they were refining you, much like gold is purified through fire. This resilience is a hallmark of the chosen. It is a testament to the truth that God does not abandon his people in their suffering but instead uses adversity to mold them into vessels of his purpose. The Bible reinforces this in Romans 5 verses 3-4, "We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope." Your hardships were not without meaning, they were stepping stones, leading you closer to the person God created you to be. If you find yourself reflecting on past struggles and realizing how they have shaped your faith and resolve, know that this is no coincidence. God has been at work in your life, turning pain into purpose and adversity into strength. You are a living example of resilience, a light to those who may still be in the midst of their trials. Your ability to endure and overcome is not just for your benefit but for the benefit of those you will inspire. By sharing your story of triumph, you can offer hope and encouragement to others who may feel lost or defeated. Your resilience is a testimony to God's faithfulness, a reminder that no matter how difficult the journey may seem, his grace is sufficient to carry us through. As you continue on this path, let your resilience be a source of inspiration and a beacon of hope. Trust that every challenge you face is another chapter in the story God is writing for your life, a story of redemption, strength, and divine purpose. Remember, you are not defined by your hardships but by the grace and faith that carried you through them. You are chosen, and your resilience is proof of God's enduring presence in your life. Embracing your calling is a journey that begins with recognition and reflection. If you've identified with these signs, understand that they are not random traits or experiences but intentional markers of a divine purpose designed uniquely for you. Each moment of heightened awareness, resilience, empathy, and connection with the divine has been woven into your life to prepare you for something greater, a mission that reflects God's glory and transforms lives. Take a moment to look back on your journey. Perhaps you've always felt different from others, noticing the world in ways that others didn't or couldn't. Maybe you've faced struggles that seemed insurmountable at the time, yet somehow, you emerged stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the whispers of a higher calling. These experiences were not coincidences, they were part of a divine plan to shape you into the person you are today. They were subtle yet powerful reminders that your life is meant for a greater purpose. To embrace this calling, it's essential to nurture your spiritual practices. Begin with prayer, not merely as a ritual but as a profound dialogue with God. Speak to him openly, laying your fears, hopes, and uncertainties at his feet. More importantly, take time to listen. God often speaks in the stillness, offering guidance, comfort, and clarity. Make scripture study a daily habit. The Bible is not just a book, it is a living guide that reveals God's promises, provides wisdom for every challenge, and strengthens your faith. Self-reflection is equally vital. In quiet moments, examine your heart, realign your actions with your purpose, and seek ways to grow closer to God. Your story holds immense power. The trials you've faced, the victories you've won, and the lessons you've learned are not just for your benefit. They are tools to inspire and uplift others who are searching for meaning or struggling to find their path. Sharing your experiences is an act of service, a way to extend the light you've been given to others in need. When you speak of your journey, You remind others that they are not alone, that their struggles have purpose, and that God is always with them, even in the darkest times. As you embrace your calling, remember that it is not about perfection but progress. God does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. Every step you take toward your purpose, no matter how small, brings you closer to the fulfillment of His plan. Trust in the process, even when the path seems unclear. God's timing is perfect, and He will equip you with everything you need to succeed. Let us now come together in prayer. Heavenly Father, we stand before you with open hearts, acknowledging your presence in every aspect of our lives. For each person reading these words, we ask for your strength and guidance. Grant them the courage to embrace the calling you have placed on their lives. Fill them with peace in times of uncertainty, wisdom in moments of doubt, and joy as they walk the path you have prepared for them. May your love surround them, lighting their way and reminding them that they are never alone. Amen. If this prayer resonates with you, we encourage you to write "Amen" in the comments as a declaration of your faith and trust in God's plan. Share your experiences and join this community of believers, where we uplift and inspire one another on this divine journey. As you move forward, hold on to this truth: you are chosen. God has set you apart for a mission that will reflect His glory and bring hope to a world in need. Embrace this calling with courage and faith, knowing that you are equipped for the task ahead. Your journey is not just about personal growth but about the impact you can make in the lives of others. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, and every step of faith brings you closer to fulfilling the purpose God has for you. This is your time to rise. Let your light shine brightly, illuminating the path for those around you and reflecting God's love in every action. Build a life that not only honors your calling but inspires others to find theirs. Together, we can create a community of faith, hope, and love, united in the mission to spread God's light. Don't let this moment pass without taking action. Subscribe to this channel for more spiritual insights and guidance, and share this message with those who may need it. Comment below if you recognize these signs in your life, and let's continue this journey together. You are not alone. You are chosen. Now is the time to embrace your purpose and walk boldly into the life God has prepared for you.